Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read Genesis 19:27, Proverbs 13, and Psalm 17. Let's start. Then two angels came to Sodom and Levi, and Lot sitting in the gate at Sodom, and Lot saw the heroes doing them. And bound himself with his face, he said, my Lord, please turn aside 2 cents has spend the night, worship me. You may rise early and go on your way. He said, No, we'll spend the night in the town square. And he pressed them stronger, so they turned aside to meet him to his house. They made their feast and break unleavened bread. And they ate. Before they lay down, the man that singing men stood breaking arms. I know a lot of people to last minute in the house, and they called to them. We are the many came to teach, and I bring them out to us, and we waited. When we went out to minute, then chose and shut the door after him and said, I beg my brothers, do not accept with him. Behold, I have 2 daughters, and I do not know any man. We bring them out to him, do to us in place. And looked in the face, and I think I found the church married, and they said, stay back. And he said, the fellow came to C.Jun, and he has become my judge. Now I have deal worse with them with the first time with the man-in-law, and drew to break the door. And made me shut the hand bell into the house with them, and shut the door. And he struck the bonus and went into the house, where someone that they wore themselves out, groping for the door. And the men said to Allah, have anyone else here? Something on the doors, and anyone else who had in the sea. And the man of the place, so he had out to destroy his place. He said, our cry against the people has become great for the Lord. And the Lord and also was to destroy. So the Lord went down and said to his sons, the Lord, who are to marry his daughters, get out of this place, get out of this place, the Lord is to destroy the White Sea. You see, it is something the Lord to be justly. This morning dawned the angel as well, saying, take your wife and the 2 daughters who are here. These you swept in the punch with the sea. And then you saw in season and his wife and his 2 daughters are out here. And the Lord bade must return, and they brought him out to the midst of the sea. And they brought him out one side, escaped for your life. The other for our story, and that escaped to his house. I see you be swept away, and lost it. And my Lord, you are disturbed my favor. You have shown me great kindness to save my life. I cannot escape to his house, lest disaster overtake me another. Well, see, you near enough to fall. To flee to his little one, let me escape there. His little one, and my life will be saved, said to him, behold, I go near this favor, and I will not over to the sea which you speak, I escape the quickly, for I do nothing until you arrive there. Therefore, the name of the sea was called Zoar, the sun was on the earth, and the Lord came to Zoar, and the Lord rained on Sodom and Gomorrah, and Gomorrah south and far from the Lord came out from heaven. And he overthrew the cities and all the valley with their inhabitants. And the sea and walked around the ground, and Lot's wife behind him looked back, she became his pillar. And Abraham went early in the morning to the place where she had stood before the Lord. And he looked on towards Sodom and Gomorrah, and went toward all the valley. And he looked on how the smoke of it went out like the smoke of a flash. So it was that when God destroyed the cities of the valley. God remembered Abraham and said, Lot out of the midst of the overthrow, and he overthrew the cities which Lot had lived. Now Lot went up out of Zoar and lived in the house with 2 daughters. He had a face of the Zoar, and he lived in the cave with 2 daughters. And the first one said to younger, our father Zoar, there's no man on earth to come into us after the manner of Leah. Well, let us come, let's father drink, and why? We will lie with him, we will preserve offspring for our father. And he made her father drink wine that night. This one went and lay with his father. He did not know when she lay down when he should arise. Next day, the first one said to younger, I lay last night with our father, let's make him drink wine tonight. So, and you go and lie with him, that we may preserve offspring for our father. They made the father drink wine that night, and the younger arose and lay with him. And he did not know when she lay down or when she arose. Thus both the daughters of the Lord came pregnant by the father. The firstborn bore a son called his name Mar. His father multiplies to this day. The younger is a boy son and called his name Ben-Ami. He is the father of Master to this day. And there Abraham journeyed toward the 30, and they go toward the north. And lived between Kash and Shur, and he said, and go. And Abraham said to Sarah, his wife, who was my sister, and took Abimelech and go and took Sarah. And God came to Abimelech and dreamed by night and said to him, behold, you are a dead man because of a woman whom you take, for she is a man's wife. Now Abimelech had not approached her, so he said, Lord, will you convince the people? Do you know his father? So I say to me, she is my sister. And she herself said, he is my brother. And then took him behind and said, my hands I have done this, and God said to me in a dream, yes, I know that you have done this in integrity of heart, and it was I who kept you from sin. And so therefore I did not let you touch her. And now then return the man's wife, for he is a prophet. So he'll pray for you, and you shall live. If you do not return, I know that you shall die. You know who he was. So Abimelech was and called all his sons and told them all these things. And men were very much afraid, and Abimelech called Abraham and said to him, what have you done to us? How have I sinned against you? Here you have brought on me, and I can no against you. You have done to me things that were not to be done. And Abimelech said to Abraham, what do you see? You did this thing. And Abraham said, I did because I thought there is no fear of God in this place. And they will kill me because of my wife. Besides, she is indeed my sister, the daughter of my father, and not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife, and God caused me to wander from my father. So I said of her, said to her, this is the kindness you must do me. In every place to which we come, you saved me. Here's my brother. And Abimelech took sheep and flocks, and I sent to his sons, and gave them to Abraham, and returned Sarah's wife to him. And Abimelech said, behold, your land is before you. So I was I put it to Sarah, he said, behold, I have given you about 1,000 pieces of silver. It's now your innocence in the eyes of all who love you, and for everyone who you have vindicated. And then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, and his wife and Philistine, that they bore children. So the Lord placed all the wounds in the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. And the Lord called this to Sarah as he said. And the Lord did this to Sarah as he had promised, and Sarah continued to bore Abraham son his own days. The child which God spoke to Abraham called Eliezer, who was born to him, whom Sarah bore him Isaac. And Abraham sacrificed his son Isaac. And he was 8 days old, God commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old, and son Isaac was born to him. And Sarah said, God has made laughter for me, everyone who hears will laugh at me. And she said, who would have said to Abraham that shall nurse child? And I had born him a son in his old age. And his child grew was weaned. Abraham made a grave for his son that day. Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, whom she had born to Abraham, laughing. And she said to Abraham, cast out the slave woman with her son. And the son of the slave woman shall not be here with my son Isaac. The thing was very displeasing to Abraham on account of Sarah. Because said to Abraham, be not displeased with the boy, and because you slave woman. Also, she says to you, do as she tells you, for there Isaac shall be me. Now make a dish of the son of the slave woman. And she asked him to say, Abraham rose early in the morning, and took bread and skimmed one, and gave it to Hagar, put it on the shoulder. And the child sent her away, and she parted and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the one the skin was gone, and put the child under one of the bushes, and she went and sat down opposite him a good way off. And the distance of her bow shot, for she said, let me look on, and not look at the death of the child. And she sat opposite him, she lifted up her voice and went. Hagar heard the voice of the boy, and the angel of God called Hagar from him and said to her, and told me to Hagar, fear not, for God has heard the voice of the boy where he is. I'll lift up the boy and hold him fast with your hand. I'll make him into a great nation, and God opened her eyes. He saw the and she said, and filled the skin with blood. And he gave the boy to her, and looked at the boy, and he grew up, and he lived in the woods, and came and with the boy. He lived in the woods of Paran, and his mother took a wife from him from the land of Egypt. And time Ben came for he called the command, and his army said to Abraham, goes with thee, and know that you. And therefore swear to me, hey, my God, that you will not do false with me, or commit sins with me, posterity. And as I had dealt kindly with thee, so you will deal with me in the little land, or you sojourn. Abraham said, I'll swear, and Abraham prayed for Abraham like a well of water. And then Abimelech said, and ceased. Abimelech said, I do not know who has done this, and you not tell me. I know how to until today. So Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them to Abimelech. And 2 men made a covenant with Abraham, said 7 new lands in the far apart. Abimelech said to Abraham, what's the meaning of these 7 new lands that you set apart? And said, these 7 new lands you'll take from my hand. But this may be a witness for me that I dug this well. And therefore that place was Beersheba. And it was to Abraham, both in the sword. So they made a covenant with Beersheba, that Abimelech and Phicol the command the army of Israel. And returned to the land of the first season. And Abraham came out to the time of street in Beersheba and called down the name of the Lord. The everlasting God. Abraham sojourned 8 days in the land of the first days. Now after these 2 called tested Abraham said to Abraham, and he said, here I am. And he said, take us son and son Isaac. You love and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there Abraham offering on one of the mountains, of which I shall tell you. So Abraham rose early in the morning, saw his donkey, and took 2 young men with him, and his son Isaac, and he cut the wood for the burnt offering. And Abraham rose and went to the place which God told him. On the 3rd day, Abraham lifted up his eyes and saw the place from afar. Abraham said to his young men, see here the rock, and the bull grove there and worship, and come again to you. Then Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on Isaac his son. And he took in his hand the fire and the knife. So he went both of them together. And Isaac said to his father Abraham, my father, and he said, here I am, my son. And he said, behold the fire and the wood. Where's the lamb for a burnt offering? Abraham said, God will provide for himself the lamb for a burnt offering, my son. So they went both of them together. And they went to the place which God told Abraham, built the altar there, and laid the wood and water, and bound Isaac his son there in the altar on top of the wood. And Abraham reached out his hand and took the knife to slaughter his son. And the angel of the Lord called to Abraham and said, Abraham, Abraham. He said, here I am. And he said, do not lay your hand on the boy or do anything from it. And I did you fear God, and you not without your son. You only saw from me. Abraham lifted up his eyes, and behold, the hiding bush of Abraham called the thick of my horns. So Abraham went and took him, and took the ram and offered up as a burnt offering instead of his son. So Abraham called him that place the Lord will provide, as it is said to this day, when they shall be provided. Then the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time for heaven and said, I myself have sworn to curse the Lord, because you have done this, I will not multiply without your son. And so I shall bless you, and I shall multiply your offspring as stars of heaven. And his sand is on the sea, and your offspring shall dislocate his enemies. And your offspring shall all the nations of the earth be blessed. And you have very well blessed. Abraham returned to his young man, and the original went together to Beersheba. Abraham lived at Beersheba. And after these things told to Abraham, behold, Milcah is his born child, to your father brother. To your brother Nahor, as his first one, but his father came in the father and Jesse, and his own son Dash, Jun from Bethel. And these 8 Milcah brought to Nahor, Abraham's brother. One of his concubines' name was Reumah, bore Tebah, Gehan, Tehash, and Maachah. Sarah lived 120 years, 7 years, and some of the years of life of Sarah. And Sarah died at Kiriath Arba. And Abraham went in the land of Canaan. Abraham went into Mount for Sarah until he found. Abraham rose up from the dead and said to Hittite, I was a general father, give me probably among you for a burying place. And bury my dead on my side. Hittite answered, Abraham, fear us, my Lord. You are a prince of God among us, bury your dead and the choice of our toes. Never shall call you from sin to hinder you from burying your dead. Abraham rose about to appear Hittite's people in line. And he said to if you are willing that I should bury my dead, I would say, hear me and trade for me. And from the son said, honey, be given to pray, give my call. Which answers at the end of the field. For the full price of them kept to me, and the precious property for a burying place. And everyone was sitting among all the hills, and everyone hearing and Abraham. You hear the hills of all who went the gate to see. Never will hear me. I give you the field, and I give you the kid that's there. And they the sons of people I gave to buried. And Abraham bowed down before the people and he said to everyone the hearing of the people, if you will hear me, I give the best of it, except from me, that I may bury my dead there. Abraham, Abraham, I have allowed this to be a piece of land worth 400 shekels of silver. And what's that between you and me? Bury your dead. Abraham listened to Ephron, and Abraham laid out for Ephron the silver, the hay, and the evening, and hearing the heirs 400 shekels of silver, according to what was common among the merchants. So the field of Ephron and Machpelah, which is to the east and Bethel, and a field with the kid that was in, and all the trees that were in the field. That whole area was made over to Abraham as a possession. In the present day, as before, all who wanted at the gate of the sea. After this, Abraham buried Sarah's wife in the cave of the field of Machpelah, east of Mamre, and the land came. The field and the cave were made over to Abraham's property for the burial place by Terrace. Now Abraham was old, and the Lord advanced the years, and the Lord blessed Abraham in all things. Abraham said to his son, the Lord his house, I will charge all the hand. Be handed in my thigh, I may make you swear by the Lord. The God of heaven and God of the earth, you will not take a wife to my son. And there was a king that's among him, my daughter. I will go to my country and to thy kindred, and take a wife for my son Isaac. The son said to him, perhaps the Lord may not be willing to follow me to the son. I said, then take your son back to the land from which you came. Abraham said to him, see to it you do not take my son back there. Now the Lord the God of heaven, who took me from your father's house and from the land of my kindred, and he spake to me and swore to me, to ask me, I will go to this land, and your son is angel for you, and you shall take a wife for my son from there. And if the Lord is not willing to follow you, then you will free from this earth of mine. And you must not take my son back there. So the servant put his hand on the thigh of Abraham, his master, swore to him concerning his master, Adam. And the servant took 10 of his master's camels and found taking all sorts of choice goods from his master. And he arose and went to Mesopotamia to the sea and Nahor. He made the camels and the dogs, the sea of the world, water, the time of the evening, when the time of the morning go to draw water. He said, O Lord God of my master Abraham, who has granted me success today, and chose steps to my master Abraham, behold, I am standing by the spring water, and the doors of the men of the sea are coming out to draw water. The young woman to him I shall say, he is let down the jar that I may drink. He shall say, but drink not water comes, let her be the one. And be upon the from my son Isaac. And I ate this, I shall not these, so that step a step to my master. And he finished speaking, behold, Rebekah was born to Bethel, the son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, came out with her water jar on her shoulder. The young woman was very attractive to appearance, and made a woman, and made him young and she went to Springfield and the jar and came out. And the servant man ran to me and said, please give me a little water to drink from the jar. He said, drink my lord, and he quickly let down a drop on her hand, and gave me a drink. And she finished giving him a drink. She said, I'll draw water for you, conversation. Until they finished drinking. So she quickly emptied the jar into the trough, and ran again to water to draw water. Reaching the four camels and following, gazed down to them where the Lord prospered his journey or not. And the camels had finished drinking, the men took a gold ring weighing half a shekel, and 2 bracelets were arms weighing 10 gold shekels. And they said, please tell me whose daughter you are. And to in your father's house, rest to spend the night. We sat down, and the daughter of Bethel, the son of Milcah, and she brought to the Nahor, and he answered, we appointed you by straw and fodder, and room to spend the night. And the man bowed his head, worshipped the Lord, and said, blessed be the Lord, the God of my master Abraham, for who is not forsaken. And his established love and his faithfulness toward my master. As me, the Lord led me in the way to the house of my master against me. The young man and the woman ran and talked about this house about these days. And Rebekah had a brother's name was Laban, and ran out toward the man to the spring. And as soon as she saw the ring and the bracelets of the sisters, answered her the words of Rebekah's sister. As the man spoke to me, he went to me. He was standing by the camels at the spring. And he said, come in, and blessed the Lord. While he stand, I had prepared the house in the place of the camels. So the man came to the house, unharnessed the camels, gave straw and fodder to the camels, and there was water to wash his feet and for the men who were with him. And food was set forward to eat, and he said, I will not eat until I have said what I had to say. He said, speak on. So he said, I am Abraham's servant. And the Lord greatly blessed my master, and he has become great. He had given flocks, herds, silver, and gold. He also has from the servants, and he was a donkey. So my master brought a son to my father's when she was old. Until she was given all she had, he master made me. Yeah, so you shall not take a wife from my son. The doors of Canaanites, and his land I told, you shall go to my father's house and to my clan and take a wife from my son. And said to him, my master, perhaps the Lord will not follow me. And he said to me, the Lord will him I will send his angel with thee, and press you away. You shall take a wife from my son from my clan, and from my father's house, then you will be free from my oath, and you come to my clan. And if they will not give it to you, then you will be free from my oath. And I came today to the spring and said, Lord, the God of my master Abraham, if now you are prospering the way that I go, however, stay by the spring water, let the virgin comes in to draw water, to him I shall say, and he's given me a little water from your jar to drink, he'll say to me, drink, and I'll draw for it comes, I say, and then it'll be a woman whom the Lord has appointed from my master's son. Before I had finished speaking in my heart, behold, Rebekah came out with her water in a jar on her shoulder, and she went down to the spring and drew water. And I said to her, please let me drink. So she quickly let down a jar from her shoulder and said, drink, and I'll give the camels drink. I said, sorry, drink. And she gave the camels drink. I said, and asked him, whose daughter are you? She said, daughter of Bethel, and her son. New milk brought to him, so to put the ring on her nose and bracelets on her arms. Yeah, by my head and blessed the Lord, and blessed the Lord. And God, my master, Abraham, and led me by the right way to take the door of my master's kinsman from his son. Now then, if you are going to show steadfast love and faithfulness to my master, tell me, if not, tell me, that I may turn to right hand to the left. and Laban and Bethel answered and said, "The things come from the Lord. Come speak to you about good, they will Rebekah before you. Take her and go, and let her be the wife of your master, and as the Lord spoke. And Abraham's servant had that way, he bowed himself to earth before the Lord. And the servant brought out jewelry, silver and gold, and gave them to Rebekah. And she gave to her brother and to her mother costly ornaments. And he and men who were with him ate and drank, and they spent the night there. And they arose in the morning, he said, "Send me away to my master." Her brother and her mother said that the young woman remained with us a while. And at least 10 days after that she made those, she said, "Do not delay me, since the Lord has prospered my way. Send me away that I may go to my master." And instead, let us call the young woman. And asked her, and he called Rebekah and said to her, "Will you go with this man?" He said, "I'll go." And he went away, Rebekah's sister and her house. Abraham said unto him, and they blessed Rebekah and said to her, "Sister, may you become like thousands as 10,000. And also possess the gate of those who hate you." And Rebekah and the young woman arose and went the road, and the camels and followed them there. Her servant took Rebekah and went his way. Now Isaac returned from Bethlehem, Beer-lahai, where he was on in the Negev. And Isaac went out to meditate in the fair toward evening. And he lifted up his eyes and saw, behold, there was a camel showing. Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she dismounted from the camel and said to her son, "Who is that man walking the field to me?" Yes, the son said, "It's my master." So she took her veil and covered herself. And Sarah told Isaac all the things that he had done. And Isaac brought her into the tent of Sarah's mother and took Rebekah, and she became his wife. And he loved her. Isaac was comforted that was the mother's death. Abraham took another wife, whose name was Keturah. She bore him Zimran, Jokshan, and Medan, and Ishmael, Shua, Jokshan, and father Sheba and Dedan. The sons of Dedan were Asher, and were two Sheba and Dedan. The sons of Medan were Ephah and Hanok, and Elder. All these were the children of Keturah. Abraham gave all he had to Isaac, but the sons of concubines Abraham gave gifts. While he was still living, he sent away to his son Isaac, from his son Isaac, eastward to the east country. And these are the days of the years of Abraham's life, 175 years. Abraham blazed his last and died of old age. The old man of all years, and was gathered to his people. And he brought Isaac and Ishmael, his sons, buried him in the cave of Machpelah. In the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar, the Hittite, east of Manasseh, the field that Abraham purchased from the Hittites, the day Abraham was buried. And Sarah's wife, after the death of Abraham, God blessed Isaac his son. Isaac said, "I would be at Lahai." These are the generations of Ishmael, and Abraham's son, who Hagar the Egyptian, and Sarah's servant, brought to Abraham. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael, named in the order of their birth. And Abiathar the first one of Ishmael, Kedah, Abiel, Libsah, Ishmael, Jun, Manasseh, Hadad, Timah, Jetur, Naphish, and Caleb. These are the sons of Ishmael. These are made by the virgin by the encampments, 12 and appointed tribes. They sailed from Havilah to Sheol, which is opposite Egypt in the direction of Syria. They sailed over against all his kinsmen. These are the generations of Isaac. Abraham's son, Abraham fathered Isaac, and Isaac was 4 years old when he took Rebekah, the daughter of Bethel, the Aramean, Elpan, Aram, the sister of Laban, the Aramean, to be his wife. Isaac prayed to the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord granted his prayer. And Rebekah's wife conceived. The children struggled together within her. They said, "If this why is this happening to me?" She went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said to her, "Two nations of Indian women, two people from within you shall be divided. One shall be stronger than the other, all shall serve the younger. In the days to give birth, they'll completely behold their twins in the womb." And first came out right, and there was a body like a hairy cloak, so they called his name Esau. After his brother came out with his hand holding Esau's heel, whose name was called Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old, and she bore them. And then the words grew up. Esau was a skillful hunter, man in the field, while Jacob was a quiet man, dwelling in tents. Isaac loved Esau because he ate his game, but Rebekah loved Jacob. So when Jacob was good to Esau came in from the field. He was exhausted, and Esau said to Jacob, "Let me eat some of rest, for I am exhausted." Jacob said, "Show me your birthright now." Esau said, "I'm about to die. Of what use is your birthright to me?" Jacob said, "Swear to me now." So he swore to him and swore his birthright to Jacob. And Jacob gave Esau bread and lentils to eat. He ate and drank and rose and went his way. As Esau despised his birthright. Now there was a famine in the land beside the former famine that was in the days of Abraham. Isaac went to go to Abimelech king of the Philistines. And the Lord appeared to him and said, "Do not go down to Egypt, draw in the land of which I shall tell you. Sojourn in the land, I will be with you, and will bless you. To you and to your offspring I will give all these lands. And establish the earth that I swore to Abraham your father. I will multiply your offspring as the stars of heaven, and I will give you to your offspring all these lands. And your offspring all the nations, and you shall be blessed. Because Abraham obeyed my voice and came in charge, I commanded my statutes and my laws." So Isaac settled in Gerar, and the men of the place asked him about his wife. He said, "She is my sister, for he feared to say my wife, thinking lest the men of the place should kill me because of Rebekah. And because she was attractive in appearance. When he had been there a long time, Abimelech king of the Philistines looked at him and saw Isaac laughing with Rebekah's wife. So Abimelech called Isaac and said, "Behold, she is your wife. And how then could you say, she is my sister?" Isaac said to him, "And I thought, lest I die because of her." Abimelech said, "What is this you have done to us? One of the people might easily lay with your wife. You would have brought guilt upon us." So Abimelech warned all the people, saying, "Whoever touches a man and his wife shall surely be put to death." And Isaac sowed in that land and reaped in the same year 100-fold. And the Lord blessed him, and the men became rich and gained more and more until he became very wealthy. He had possessions of flocks and herds and many servants, and of the Philistines and obeyed him. And Abimelech said to Isaac, "Go away from us, you might mightier than we." So Isaac departed from there and came to the land of Gerar and settled there. And Isaac dug in the wells where they had been dug in the days of Abraham his father. And the Philistines had stopped after the death of Abraham. And he gave them the news that his father gave them. And Isaac's sons dug in the valley and found their wells from the water. And the husband of Gerar quarreled with Isaac's husband, saying, "The water is out." So he called the name of the well Esau. And as they content with it, and they dug another well, and they quarreled over that. So he called his name Sidnah. And he made from there and dug another well. He did not quarrel over us. He called his name Rahab, saying, "For now the Lord has made way for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land." And they went to Beersheba, and the Lord appeared to him the same night, and said, "I am the God of Abraham your father, and I find with you, and bless you, and multiply your offspring for him." And I said, Abraham said, "So you built an altar there, and called on me with the lamp which sent there." And there Isaac set a double, and Abimelech went to him with Gad, from Gad to his advisor, and Phicol the commander of the army. Isaac said to him, "Why have you come to? It seems that you hate me and sent me away from me." I said, "We see plainly that the Lord has been with you." So he said, "Let there be sworn covenant with us. Sworn pact between you and us. Let's make a covenant with you, who will do us no harm. Just we have not touched you and done to you nothing but good, and have sent you away in peace. You are not blessed in the Lord, so you made them a feast, and they ate and drank. In the morning they rose early and exchanged oaths. Isaac sent them on their way, and departed from them in peace. The same days Isaac's sons came and told him about the well that he dug and said to him, "He found water." He called it Sheba, therefore the name of the city is called Beersheba to this day. Esau was 4 years old. He took Judith, the daughter of Mary the Hittite, to be his wife, and Basemath, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and they made life bitter for Isaac and Rebekah. And Isaac was old, so Isaac did him seek mercy. He called Esau's old son and said to him, "My son, against the Hittite." He said, "Behold, I am Lord, I do not know the day of my death. Now then take a weapon to quiver your bow, and go into fit hunt game for me, and prepare for me delicious food such as I love. And bring it to me, I may eat, for my son, bless you before I die." Now Rebekah was listening when Isaac spoke to his son Esau. So Esau went to fit hunt for game. Rebekah said to his son Jacob, "Now your father speaks to your brother Esau. Bring me game and prepare for me delicious food. Now I may eat it and bless you before the Lord before I die. And therefore my son may obey my voice as I command you. Go to the flock and bring me 2 good young goats. So I may prepare for them delicious food for my father, such as he loves. You shall bring it to your father, to you, so he may bless you before he dies." And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, "Behold, my brother Esau is hairy man, and a smooth man. Perhaps my father will fear me. I shall seem to be mocking her and bring a curse upon myself and not a blessing." His mother said to him, "Let your curse be on me, and my person will only obey my voice, and go bring them to me." So he went and took them and brought them to his mother. His mother prepared delicious food, such as his father loved. And then Rebekah took the best garment to Esau, the oldest son, who took with him in the house, and put them on Jacob, her youngest son. And skin to young age, she put in his hands on the smooth part of his neck. And she put the delicious food in the barrel which she had prepared into the hand of his son Jacob. So he went into her father. His father said, "My father." And he said, "Here I am. Who are you, my son?" Jacob said to his father, "I am Esau, your firstborn. I have done as you told me. Now sit up and eat of my game. They saw me bless me." And Isaac said to his son, "How is it that you found us so quickly, my son?" And he said, "Because the Lord your God granted me success." When Isaac said to Jacob, "Please come to me, I may feed you, my son, to know whether you really must Esau or not." Then Jacob went near to Isaac his father. He felt him and said, "The voice of Jacob's voice, of the hands were like the hands of Esau." He did not recognize him, because his hands were hairy like his brother Esau's hands. He blessed him. He said, "Are you really my son, Esau?" He answered, "I am." And he said, "Bring him near to me. I may eat of my son's game and bless you." So he brought him near to him, and he brought him some wine and drink. And his father Isaac said to him, "Come and kiss me, my son." And he came near and kissed him. Isaac smelled the children's garments and blessed him and said, "See, the smell of my son is such a smell of food that the Lord is blessed. May God give you the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of grain and wine. Let people serve you, and nations bow down to you. Be Lord over your brothers, and may your mother's sons bow down to you. Cursed be everyone who curses you, and blessed be everyone who blesses you." As soon as Isaac finished blessing Jacob, and Jacob had scarcely gone out from the presence of Isaac his father, Esau's brother came in from his hunting. He also prepared delicious food and brought it to his father. He said to his father, "Let my father rise and eat of his son's game, that he may bless me." His father Isaac said to him, "Who are you?" And he answered, "I am your son, your firstborn Esau." And Isaac trembled very violently and said, "Who is it then that hunted game, and brought it to me, and I ate all before you came? And I blessed him, yes, and he shall be blessed." As soon as Esau had the words of his father, he cried out to the exceeding great and bitter cry and said to his father, "Bless me, even me, O Sir, my father." And he said, "Your brother came to see, for he has taken away your blessing." Esau said, "It need not write my name Jacob, for he has cheated me these 2 times. He said, took away my birthright, now he has taken away my blessing." Blessing. And he said, "Have you not received a blessing from me?" Jacob Isaac and said to Esau, "Behold, I have made him Lord over you, and all as well as I have given to him for servants. And with grain and wine I have sustained him. What then can I do for you, my son?" He said to his father, "Have you but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me, O Sir." And Esau lifted his voice and wept. And Isaac's father answered and said to him, "Behold, away from the fatness, and shall you dwell and away from the dew of heaven on high. And Esau shall live, and shall serve your brother, and you grow restless, you shall break your neck from his neck." And Esau hated Jacob because of blessing, and with which his father blessed. And Esau said to himself, "The days of many for my father are approaching, and now I will kill my brother Jacob." The words of Esau also went taught to Rebekah. She stand and called Jacob the youngest son, and said to him, "Your brother Esau comforts himself about you by planning to kill you. Therefore, my son, obey my voice, arise, flee to my brother and Haran, and stay with him a while, until your brother's fury turns away, until your brother's anger turns away from me. And if guess what you've done, then I'll send to bring you from there. Why should I be bereft of you both in one day?" And Rebekah said to Isaac, "I lived my life because the Hittite woman. If Jacob marries one, the Hittite woman like these, one woman will lay, and what good will my life be to him?" Proverbs 13. Watch his father's instruction, scoffed doesn't listen to you from his mouth, many towards God, desire the righteous for life. No God's mouth possesses life, he opens his lips comes from it. As long as the crazy gets in the thought, the soldiers do it for his face and life. Righteous hates falsehood, the wicked brings shame and disgrace. Righteousness God's him his ways, blameless, but sin overthrows the wicked. One pretends to be rich, he has nothing, another pretends to be poor, he is great wealth. Ransom man's life is worth the whole man his next man. And the righteous rejoices, and the wicked will be put out. My insolence comes nothing but strife with those who take advice of wisdom. Earth can his little but whoever gets the devil will curse him. The further makes the heart sick, and the wrath for the share life. No one defends the weapons protection himself. He first can never will be able to teach him words in front of life. Women turn away from the snares, death, good sense when training, the way to treasures there. The improvement necklace knowledge, a full form to fly. The messenger falls in trouble, no faithful and brings healing. Home and disgrace upon the common timidity and knowledge attraction. Whoever hates proves on and sad for the sweet to solid, to turn away from you was a abomination for. Whoever walks at the wise becomes wise, the penny forces off the heart. Disaster persistence and which everyone will go. The good man leaves inheritance to a strong child, and it says what the later for the righteous. Follow God in the call, you will match for the sweat away through injustice. Now spares the right hates sunny, and loves his distant, diligent, discipline. Righteous enough to satisfy that over the belly of the wicked suffers one. Psalm 17. Here just calls I Lord, listen to my cry, gave ear to my prayer from my lips, for you to seek, and from me press the vindication of the eyes behold the right, you turn on how you visit you right now. You test me, you will find nothing, I purpose of nothing of truth grace. When God to works in me by the way you are, I avoid the ways of my steps, how fast you pass. I fear not sin, and call when your fruit brings me God. I'm inclined to me, hear my words, and wonders like show steps love. They save me those who seek a refuge from their adversaries of my hand. Keep me happy eye, hide me in the shadow of your wings. From the wicked doing my daily enemies is surrounding. Because the heart speak with them must speak arrogantly. You know surrounding your steps, they sit down to cast us to you. You're like a lion eager to tear, as a young lion looking ambush, unless it will confront and subdue. Deliver myself from the lies taught. Deliver me from men by hand, and the men of the world, his portions in this life. You feel that women treasure you, so sorry, children, and rebuke their bonds to the infants. As to me, I shall behold your face in righteousness, when I awake, I shall be satisfied with your likeness. Now astonishing unto the Lord's prayer, please by his Father, never hell, and can come we done with us in heaven. He is dear day, but forgive us death, so we fear and debtors, it is not tasteless evil. As the kingdom of heaven, good for the and I seek to mark. Bye.